Well, good to see you, Kelly. I think, like many people, I was feeling pretty lousy in December, and I was trying to figure out, do I just have a cold or the flu, or do I have COVID? And of course, I've been wearing my Whoop now for years and measuring everything about my baselines. And an advantage to measuring your baselines is you can understand when there's a meaningful deviation and when that deviation may matter. So I had seen really all my data out of whack when I was feeling sick, but what I didn't know is, did I have COVID? And I actually got back-to-back negative tests. So
I did too. I did too. I got 2 negative PCR tests while I was symptomatic, and I didn't test positive till day 9.
Yeah, and we'll get into why that may have happened. So unfortunately, though, on Whoop, I saw I had this huge respiratory rate spike. And respiratory rate is your number of breaths in a minute, essentially. And because COVID, for the most part, is a lower respiratory tract infection, it causes your breathing to be disrupted. And on Whoop, that's normally a very stable statistic, even if you have a cold or the flu.
Well,
when you get COVID,
let me ask you, and only because we have such a limited time here, can Apple Watch do all of these things? And I should point out this, we've seen the PGA guys using this. We've seen, wasn't Patrick Mahomes just wearing one too during that incredible game this weekend? So how proprietary is your technology?
Well, fortunately, we have a real focus on health monitoring. We've certainly been out ahead publishing research on respiratory rate. I would encourage people to check that out. But in short, if you see a spike in respiratory rate, we've shown that in 80% of COVID cases, that's present. So it's a meaningful statistic. It's not perfect. This isn't a medical device, but it's really a very key early indicator. Yeah. And it can encourage people like you or me to keep getting those tests if you otherwise don't know whether you've got COVID. Absolutely.
So tell me you can tell us some of the data about Mahomes while he was playing that game?
Well, yeah, Patrick is fortunately a great Whoop user and someone who we're proud of, and he wears Whoop during all of his games. So what was amazing about that Chiefs-Bills game is Patrick's strain was the highest it's been all season. Wow. So he put a ton of exertion on his body. But when it comes to his heart rate, we actually saw that he had a lower heart rate often when he was on the field versus when he was watching the end of the game or the other team on the field.
I totally understand.
There's a guy who's got ice in his veins, right? Yeah. And he feels calm when he's in control.
Yes, exactly. He had a 170 heart rate. I think I get that just walking up a flight of stairs. Well, thank you so much for bringing us all this data. We hope to see you again soon.